From sizzling chickens to cheesy pizzas and sweet doughnuts, Australia's fast food scene has some real old-school legends. Today, we're taking a bite out of the 10 oldest Aussie fast food chains that are still serving up favourites after decades. And some might surprise you. Red Rooster. If you've driven through any Australian suburb, chances are you've seen it. The Red Rooster standing tall above the rooftops. For over 50 years, it's been serving up something unmistakably Aussie. Roast chicken, chips, and that rich, comforting gravy that somehow feels like a Sunday dinner on a Tuesday night. The first Red Rooster opened in 1972 in Kelmscott, just outside Perth. It started simple, roast chicken, cooked fresh, sold fast. But that little shop sparked a movement. As families flocked in, the menu grew. Chicken rolls, burgers, and the kind of fries that tasted best with a bit of gravy dripped over the top. In the early 90s, Red Rooster spread east after buying Big Rooster, bringing that Western Australian favourite across the country. Through ownership changes, new menus, and plenty of competition, it stayed true to one thing: roast chicken that felt homemade. Sure, Aussies love to debate it. Some swear by their local charcoal chicken joint. Others say the supermarket chook does the job. But there's something about that red sign glowing by the highway, the smell of roast chicken in the air, that still pulls you in. Today, with nearly 300 locations nationwide, Red Rooster remains a quiet icon, proudly Australian, reliably familiar, and still serving that classic roast since 1972. Oporto. Walk down Bondi in the mid-1980s and the air was thick with salt, surf, and something new. The smell of Portuguese-style chicken sizzling over charcoal. That's where it all began. In 1986, Antonio Cerqueira, a Portuguese-Australian with a love for spice and soccer, opened a small shop called Portuguese-style Bondi charcoal chicken before long. The name changed to Oporto, a nod to his favourite football club, FC Porto. The recipe was simple but bold. Flame-grilled chicken, basted in spicy sauce, tucked into burgers, rolls or wraps. It wasn't trying to be fancy, just fresh, fiery and full of flavour. Locals lined up, tourists came back for more, and soon Oporto wasn't just Bondi's secret, it was spreading across Australia. By the mid-1990s, franchising took off. Oporto stores appeared in Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, even New Zealand. The orange rooster logo became a familiar freeway sight. A stop for a quick bite that still had a bit of coastal soul. Ownership changed hands, the menu expanded, salads, breakfast options, drive-thrus. But the heart stayed the same. Portuguese-style chicken, done the Aussie way today. Oporto has over 200 restaurants across Australia and New Zealand. From Bondi Beach to the suburbs, it's proof that a small shop with a big flavour can still make waves, even decades later. La Porchetta. Step into any suburb of Melbourne, and chances are you'll spot that familiar red and green sign, La Porchetta. For nearly 4 decades, it's been serving up plates of pizza, pasta, and parmigiana, with a side of Italian family spirit. Their slogan says it best: eat, live, love, Italian. It all started back in 1985 when 2 Italian-born friends, Rocco Pantaleo and Felice Nania, bought a small, run-down pizza shop on Rathdown Street in Carlton. They gave it a fresh coat of paint, a few family recipes, and a name that stuck, La Porchetta. The idea was simple: big portions, bold flavours, and a casual place where everyone could feel like part of the familia. By the early 90s, the first franchise opened in Reservoir, and soon the chain spread across Victoria and beyond. Every restaurant had its own feel, some lively and authentic, others a bit hit or miss. But together, they built something unmistakably Aussie-Italian. From Melbourne date nights to family birthdays, La Porchetta became a suburban staple. The Carlton original closed in 2024, marking the end of an era. But the chain lives on with dozens of outlets across Australia and New Zealand, La Porchetta survived by staying simple. Generous plates, good value, and that unmistakable blend of Italian warmth served Aussie style. Hungry Jack's. You can't talk about Aussie fast food without mentioning Hungry Jack's, that flame-grilled burger joint with the unmistakable smell that hits you the moment you walk past. It's our very own version of Burger King, but with a story that's uniquely Australian. Back in 1971, when Burger King wanted to open in Australia, they discovered the name was already taken by a small Adelaide chain. So, the local franchise owner, Jack Cowan, picked a new name from a list provided by Burger King's parent company, Hungry Jack's, inspired by a Pillsbury pancake mix. And just like that, an icon was born in Innalu, Perth. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Hungry Jack's spread across the country, serving up Whoppers, fries and shakes with that signature smoky flavour. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. In the 90s, Burger King tried to take control of the brand, sparking one of the most famous legal battles in Australian business history. In the end, Hungry Jack's won big, securing its independence and nearly $47 million in damages. Today, with over 440 stores nationwide, Hungry Jack's is as Aussie as it gets, proudly serving burgers the Aussie way, complete with beetroot, pineapple and a little attitude. From late-night feeds to road trip pit stops, it's a taste that's stuck around for over 50 years and still going strong. Taco Bill. Close your eyes and picture Australia in the late 1960s. Surf, sun, and suddenly, tacos? That's the story of Taco Bill, the first true Mexican franchise to bring Tex-Mex flavours down under. It all began in 1967 when Bill Chilcote, married into a Mexican family of cantina owners, decided to share the cuisine he knew so well with Australians. The first outlet opened on the Gold Coast, offering takeaway tacos and enchiladas, a taste of Mexico that was entirely new to the local palate. Soon, Taco Bill expanded from Bondi in Sydney to Armidale in Melbourne. Bill's vision was clear: fresh, bold flavours, generous portions, and a menu that could introduce Australians to the rich variety of Mexican dishes. From nachos to burritos, quesadillas to fajitas, Taco Bill was teaching a nation how to say "más salsa, por favor." Through decades of growth, management changes, and even legal disputes with the American Taco Bell, Taco Bill stayed true to its roots. Today, under Tom Cartel's leadership, the chain operates 27 stores in Victoria and maintains a loyal club taco community of over 70,000 members, locally sourced ingredients, imported Mexican spices, and even their own bottled hot sauce keep the flavours authentic. Taco Bill survived by being first, being bold, and never compromising on flavour. Whether it's a frozen margarita, a sizzling plate of fajitas, or a cheesy quesadilla, the chain has been spicing up Australian life for more than half a century. Domino's Pizza. Picture this: it's 1983, and the idea of having a hot pizza delivered to your door is still something of a novelty in Australia. Enter Domino's Pizza, opening its first store in Springwood, Queensland, and forever changing the way Aussies enjoyed pizza. The concept was simple but revolutionary: fast, reliable home delivery that brought cheesy, sizzling pies right to your doorstep. Over the next decade, Domino's expanded rapidly, merging with Silvio's Dial-a Pizza in 1995 and consolidating under the Domino's brand. By the early 2000s, the chain had over 50 corporate stores and 128 franchises, setting the stage for the pizza giant we know today. In 2005, Domino's Pizza Australia became the first publicly listed pizza company in the country, cementing its place in the Aussie business landscape. Innovation has always been part of the Domino's story. From mobile apps for ordering to the GPS driver tracker, social media initiatives like Pizza Mogul, and even robotic delivery vehicles, Domino's has kept Aussies connected to their pizza in new ways. With around 700 stores nationwide, the chain serves both city slickers and those in rural towns, delivering classic favourites and custom creations alike. Domino's survived by combining consistency, convenience and innovation. Whether it's a late-night study session in Canberra, a family dinner in Melbourne or a weekend treat in Armidale, Domino's Pizza has been feeding Australia for over 40 years and shows no signs of slowing down. Nando's Australia. Imagine the sizzle of flame-grilled chicken, smoky and spicy, filling the air. That's Nando's Australia, the home of Portuguese-style peri-peri chicken that has been winning hearts down under since 1990. The first Australian Nando's opened in Tuart Hill, Western Australia, bringing the bold, fiery flavours of South Africa and Portugal to the Aussie palate. Nando's story began much earlier, in 1987 in Johannesburg, where Portuguese-born Fernando Duarte and South African Robert Brozen discovered the magic of peri-peri chicken. They bought a small takeaway, renamed it after Fernando's son Nando, and started building what would become a global sensation. By the time Nando's landed in Australia, the brand had already become famous for its flame-grilled perfection and cheeky, memorable marketing campaigns. Over 3 decades, Nando's expanded steadily across the country. Today, there are over 150 locations nationwide, with concentrations in Melbourne, Perth, Brisbane and Sydney. Each outlet serves up tender chicken, seasoned with peri-peri sauces ranging from mild to extra hot, alongside a menu of wraps, salads and sides. Nando's is more than just food. It's an experience. The flavours, the atmosphere, the iconic Rooster of Barcelos logo, reminding diners of its Portuguese roots through careful expansion, consistency in flavour and clever branding. Nando's has embedded itself into Australian fast food culture. From a single outlet in Tuart Hill to over 150 stores, Nando's continues to spice up Aussie dining, proving that a little heat and a lot of flavour never go out of style. Pizza Hut. Picture a pizza box sliding across a table, the aroma of melted cheese and fresh toppings filling the room. That's Pizza Hut in Australia, a name that has been serving up classic and innovative pizzas for over 50 years. The first Australian Pizza Hut opened its doors in Belfield, New South Wales in April 1970, bringing the American pizza experience to Aussie families. Pizza Hut's journey began much earlier in 1958 in Wichita, Kansas, where brothers Dan and Frank Carney started a single pizza restaurant that would grow into a global phenomenon. By the 1970s, the brand had already become famous for its family-friendly dine-in locations and creative pizza offerings like stuffed crusts and specialty combinations. In Australia, Pizza Hut continued to innovate, adapting menus for local tastes while keeping its signature offerings. The chain expanded steadily and strengthened its presence by acquiring Eagle Boys in 2016, converting many of their locations into Pizza Hut restaurants. Today, there are around 260 Pizza Hut stores nationwide, providing dine-in, takeaway and delivery options to pizza lovers from Sydney to Perth, despite ownership changes, from Yum Brands to Allegro Funds, and now Flynn Restaurant Group. Pizza Hut has remained a household name. It balances tradition with modern convenience, keeping the classic pizza experience alive while embracing delivery apps and online ordering. For many Australians, Pizza Hut is more than a pizza chain. It's a slice of nostalgia, a family dinner, and a simple way to gather around a shared love of food. Chicken Treat. If you've ever driven through Western Australia, chances are you've seen the familiar red and yellow signage of Chicken Treat. This homegrown fast food chain has been serving up rotisserie and fried chicken to Aussies for decades, and it continues to grow its presence across the region. Chicken Treat was founded in 1976 by Frank Romano, who had previously managed and invested in Chicken Spot. He opened the first store in Midland, Western Australia, marking the start of what would become one of the state's most recognised chicken brands. Over the years, Chicken Treat expanded its menu to include not just rotisserie chicken, but also fried chicken, burgers and catering options for families and businesses. In 1989, Chicken Treat joined forces with Big Rooster under the Australian fast foods umbrella, which later acquired Red Rooster in 2002. While some stores on the East Coast were rebranded to Red Rooster, Chicken Treat remained strong in Western Australia, where it has over 60 locations as of 2023. Recent expansions included delivery-only kitchens in Melbourne in 2018 and a brief foray into New South Wales in 2022. Ownership has changed hands multiple times, most recently to Page Asia Capital in 2019, but the chain has kept its unique identity. From Betty the Chicken running the company Twitter to modern delivery innovations, Chicken Treat remains a staple of Western Australian fast food. For many locals, it's not just a place to grab a chicken meal, it's a familiar taste of home, steeped in decades of Aussie fast food history. Donut King. If you've ever strolled through a shopping centre craving something sweet, there's a good chance a Donut King sign caught your eye. This iconic Australian chain has been serving up donuts and coffee since 1981 and has grown into a beloved brand with hundreds of locations nationwide. Donut King started in Sydney, but its franchise system took shape in 1989 and has been operating actively since 1991. Managed under licence by the Gold Coast-based Retail Food Group, it shares its parent company with other Australian favourites like Gloria Jones Coffee, Crust Pizza and Michelle's Patisserie. Over the years, Donut King has expanded beyond Australia to New Zealand, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, Saudi Arabia, China and the UK, spreading its signature hot cinnamon donuts, quake shakes, thick shakes and barista-made DK coffee blend far and wide. One of the brand's more memorable moments came in 2007 when Donut King created the world's largest donut to celebrate the Simpsons movie. Over 90,000 donuts, half a tonne of pink icing and 30 kilograms of sprinkles came together to make a 6-metre, 3.5-tonne confectionery spectacle. An event that captured both the public's imagination and the company's playful spirit. With over 250 stores across Australia as of 2020, Donut King has become more than just a place to grab a sweet treat. For many Aussies, it's a nostalgic stop for a quick coffee and a donut, a brand that has managed to stay relevant for over 4 decades, while continuing to innovate in flavour, design and customer experience. So there you have it, 10 of Australia's oldest fast food chains that have stood the test of time. Whether you're a fan of pizza, burgers or a spicy chicken fix, these spots have been feeding Aussies for decades. Which one is your favourite and have you tried them all? Let us know.